I'd like to welcome everyone out today to the wedding of Zane Zachary Taylor, and AKA Bosco, and Tara Ansley Porter. And we welcome you today, and we especially thank those of you who have traveled a great distance to be here. They certainly appreciate your presence here today with them. I'm honored and excited to be able to stand before you today and conduct this ceremony. It was just a few years ago that I met Tara. I met her at what most people call the greatest place on earth, which is Disneyland. And that was a couple months actually before her and Bosco started dating. And who would have thought 2 months after I met her, Bosco would have given her a first kiss and darted out of the door, which leads to today, this wonderful ceremony. I've really gotten to know Tara the last couple years when she moved to Las Vegas to pursue her teaching degree, or to be a teacher. She had the degree. My wife and I, we live in Las Vegas also, and Tara has come to our house quite often, and we've really grown to love and appreciate the person she is and understand what a wonderful heart she has. And we're really proud of this decision and happy to do this today. Bosco, I've known Bosco for quite some time. It's been about 11 years. It was actually a marriage that brought me into Bosco's life. Had the wonderful opportunity to marry his sister. We've been married 10 years, and it was 11 years ago we started dating, and I met Bosco, and he was a freshman in high school, and it made me laugh. Last night we had a dinner, and Bosco talked about a story of meeting his best man, and he told me that he used to joke with his best man because his best man was only 75 pounds, which was lighter than Bosco. And you have to understand, coming into this family weighing 260, 270, 120 was pretty light to me. And I'll never forget seeing him wrestle and play football as that little 14-year-old, 120-pound vegetarian. And it nearly brings a tear to my eye to see the meat-eating man that he has become today. I'm so happy to be here. But Bosco is truly one of the most loyal, wonderful people, as Tara is also, and that is shown by all of you being here today. And I feel over the last couple of years that I've done a disservice to Bosco and Tara, only because they've been able to observe the marriage that I have with Tomika, which is a wonderful marriage. And they probably are under the illusion that marriage is simple and easy, and it's really not. It's just that I'm easy to be married to. So I feel that this time I should probably give them a little advice or some direction. But I've thought about it a lot, and there was many things that came to my mind that I want to say to you guys really quick before we get on to the vows, the main event. When I was getting married, there was a few things that people always told me. There was two that always stuck out, and there was one that someone close to me had given me. And he told me that marriage is a 50-50 split. It's a partnership. And I hope you guys remember that you're no longer by yourselves, and decisions need to be made together. Where you live, jobs that you take, finances, raising children, things like that. He told me there's also another percentage that goes into marriage, which is 90-10. And what he meant by that was 90% of you are who you are. You've been that way for 25, 26 years. You're not going to change. And those are the things that probably brought you together and the reason that you fall in love. But you have to remember in marriage that there's got to be that 10% that you will be willing to adjust and change yourself, and never look at each other and say, you knew that's who I was coming into this, and you've got to accept it. And that 10% is simple things. Possibly Bosco doesn't like to make the bed in the morning and you do. Or Bosco leaves a mess on the counter and you'd rather have it clean. But those are things that we can make adjustments in our life to make the person a little cash. marriage much better. Because many times it's the little things that'll add up to a major thing. So the second piece of advice, and I think it's the best piece of advice I was given, is to make sure you have communication in your marriage. Communication isn't necessarily Bosco throwing a fit and Tara swelling up with tears, or Tara expressing her frustration to Bosco and he does the infamous Taylor grunt and walks away.